Absolutely. This story has strong emotional beats, but it's far too long, repetitive, and overwritten for high-retention, faceless storytelling content. It repeats the same emotional idea multiple times and loses momentum. To make it more viral and binge-worthy, I rewrote it to keep the same premise, tighten pacing, increase emotional tension, remove repetitive narration, add stronger cliffhangers, open loops, make dialogue sharper, keep it cinematic and highly narratable for YouTube storytelling channels. Rewritten version. My name is Claire Bennett. I'm 31 years old, and the moment I realized my own family had set me up, I was standing in a luxury hotel lobby holding my suitcase while the receptionist looked at me with pure embarrassment. "I'm so sorry," she whispered, typing faster, "but there's no reservation under your name." I frowned. That can't be right. Then I turned around and saw my mother pretending not to notice. She stood near the glass windows, staring at the ocean like she hadn't heard a word. But my sister? She walked over smiling, and I'll never forget what she said. "Oh, there's no mistake." She looked me up and down. "We didn't book you a room." I stared at her. "What?" She laughed. "A failure doesn't deserve a vacation." The entire lobby went silent. Even the receptionist froze. And the worst part? My mother said nothing, not one word. That's when I realized this wasn't a booking mistake. This was planned. They flew me across the country just to humiliate me, and they expected me to beg, cry, cause a scene. Instead, I grabbed my suitcase, looked at both of them, and calmly said, "Then I'll leave." For the first time, my sister stopped smiling, and what happened next destroyed everything they had built. 2 days earlier, my mother sent everyone flight details for our Thanksgiving vacation in Florida. Flights, resort address, dinner schedule. Everything looked normal, until I noticed something strange. Every family member had a room assignment, except me. I texted my mother. "I don't see my room." 10 minutes later, she replied, "The hotel is sorting details. Just come." That was it. And deep down, I knew something was wrong. But my uncle was paying for the trip. He had always tried to keep the family together. So I ignored my instincts. Big mistake. The moment I arrived at the hotel, I understood everything. There was never a room. There was never a misunderstanding. Just humiliation. Public humiliation. And my sister loved every second of it. I walked outside, booked a flight home, and sat on a bench waiting for my ride. Then my phone rang. My uncle. I almost ignored it, but I answered. "Claire, where are you?" "I'm leaving." Silence. Then he said, "Stay where you are." His voice sounded different, colder. I saw everything. I froze. Turns out, my uncle had been on a second-floor balcony during a business call. He watched the entire thing happen. He saw my mother stay silent. He heard my sister call me a failure, and he was furious. 3 minutes later, he walked outside, still wearing his blazer, and sat next to me. He asked me one question. What exactly did she say? So I told him every word. When I finished, he stared at the road and said, "People living off borrowed money always look down on people with real dignity." Then he pulled out his phone and changed everything. He booked me a room at the same resort, same floor. Then he looked at me and said, "Be at Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow." I shook my head. "I don't want drama." He smiled. "Good. Neither do I." That smile scared me, because I realized he was planning something far worse than an argument. Consequences. The next night, everyone acted like nothing happened. My sister smiled for photos. My mother made fake conversation. No apology, No accountability. Then dinner started. Luxury dining room, ocean view, champagne, perfect family performance, until my uncle stood up. And the room went silent. I've financially supported this family for years. Everyone froze. Then he looked directly at my sister. Yesterday, I watched you publicly humiliate Claire. She immediately panicked. It was just a joke. He cut her off. No. You were humiliating someone you believed was beneath you. Silence. Then he pulled out a document, and everything changed. Effective immediately. All financial support ends today. My sister went pale. My mother looked like she couldn't breathe. He kept going. Monthly payments stop. Tuition assistance stops. Housing support stops. If you want your lifestyle, pay for it yourselves. My sister's husband finally spoke. Sir, maybe we should discuss this privately. My uncle stared at him. Was Claire humiliated privately? He had no response. Then my mother tried. This is too extreme. My uncle shut her down instantly. No. What's extreme is humiliating someone because you think money makes you superior. Then he said the line no one recovered from. You mocked the only person at this table who actually supports herself. Complete silence. Then my sister started crying. Real panic. Because her fake life was collapsing in real time. And dessert? Nobody touched it. The next morning, my phone exploded. Calls, texts, voicemails, all saying the same thing. Fix this, my sister texted. I can't believe you let him do this to us. Not, I'm sorry. Not, I was wrong. Just anger. That told me everything. Then reality hit them. Their lifestyle wasn't real. Their house depended on my uncle's backup money. Their daughter's private school? Gone. Luxury spending? Gone. Social media vacations? Gone. Everything collapsed. Fast. And suddenly, the failure was the only person in the family who could actually survive without help. Months passed. My career grew. My freelance business expanded. I signed bigger contracts, saved more money, built real stability, quietly. No fake luxury, no pretending. Meanwhile, my sister's marriage started falling apart. Their house was at risk. My mother downsized, and for the first time, they had to live in reality. Then one night, my sister texted me. I've thought about what I said every day. I know sorry doesn't fix it. I stared at the message. Months earlier, I would have wanted revenge. But by then, I didn't need it. I simply replied, I know. That was it. Because true healing happens when you stop needing your enemies to suffer for validation. And the biggest lesson? Family only controls your worth when you keep asking them for permission to matter. The moment you stop, their power disappears. And that old suitcase, I still have it. It sits in my closet today. Cheap, scratched, ordinary, and I love it. Because next time I roll it through a hotel lobby, it'll be for a trip I paid for myself, a room no one can take away, and a life no one gets to mock again. That's real success.